But thank you all for being here live. We're really excited to launch this new children's book, Listen, Learn, and Grow, a whole body listening Larry story to help kids regulate, listen, and engage. And this is not just a children's book. It's been a journey, and it's definitely a process of evolving with the neurodiversity affirming practices movement. And so many of you are probably, I wanted to mention too, so the three authors are myself and Kristen Wilson. Say hi, Chris.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
And McAllister is a third author who joined us in the project as a consultant. She's a neurodiversity coach and a neurodivergent teacher on Instagram and Facebook, where she has a huge following. And she was our consultant for a while. And then when she and a lot of other people from our focus group encouraged us to write a second book, we asked her to be the third author. So she will be here shortly to join us. But many of you are probably familiar with Whole Body Listening Larry, who's been in many different classrooms and therapy centers for the past 12 years now, Kristen.
Well,
Since
yeah. Well,
yeah, since 2011. And we learned about the concept of whole body listening back in 1990. A speech pathologist, Suzanne Truesdale, developed this concept when she was working with a bunch of first graders, and she asked them, oh, well, how do you listen? And they named all these different body parts. And so she put this out there as a concept to teach how to break down listening with how we do with our body. Each body part, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your hands, your feet, your brain, your heart. And it was developed in a way that was helpful to, stop saying like, pay attention to me and listen to me, because kids could then know what we were talking about. However, what we didn't realize was we were creating this standard of listening that was based on a performative. So it was really based on what the speaker was wanting, potentially eyes looking at me, hands quiet, and what made the speaker feel more comfortable. But what we learned from, and after we listened quite a bit to the neurodivergent community and autistic community, was this was actually ableist, in that it's not the best way for many people to listen and learn. Some people might listen looking at the speaker and keeping their body quiet, and many people, including myself and my children and most of my clients, don't listen that way. And so when we create this standard or expectation and rule, then it provides an expectation for conformity and compliance and performance, and then masking, and then shaming. And so we really need to be careful about that. And this has been a long process of Kristen and I also, we tried to do a second edition and then realized that's not good enough. So we decided to take it down, and we held a focus group with neurodivergent people and autistic voices being the primary voices, so that we could really learn what to do next. And they encouraged us actually to write another book and make another poster and some other resources. But what we learned and wanted to do, and we got encouraged from them and also with our consultant McAllister, was to focus this on, still use whole body listening, but focus on regulation. Because our whole body can help us learn, but the regulation is the foundation of that for listening and learning. And so we can use our eyes, but what works for you? Do you need to look out the window? Do you need to move your hands? Do you need to stand up and pace or hum? All the different things that you'll hear about that we put in the book. So that's what we did. We made a poster, which is free, on the Everyday Regulation website, so you can download the free poster. And there's also other resources, because others asked us to create some lessons, so those are there as well. And now we are grateful that we have McAllister as the third author, Eric Hutchinson, who is the illustrator of the first books. He was the illustrator of this one as well, and it's published by Pezzi Publishing. So Listen, Learn, and Grow is the new book, and it's with, I'm having poor lighting. So Lori is the primary character along with Larry and other characters in the children's book, where they go through their day determining how they listen best with all of their different body parts, because everybody listens differently with their brain and their body. And that's what needs to be focused on in terms of identifying what works for each of our learners and then helping our learners advocate for what works best for them. We're hoping that this book will be a ripple effect in
McAllister's here real fast, just so she just texted me. She's ready to, she just got on.
hop on in. Okay, yay. Yes. There she is. Oh, whoops, sorry. There's people in the waiting room. Kristen, if you don't mind, admit all. Whoops, I'm so sorry. There's people in the waiting room. I didn't realize that. Yay, welcome everyone. Sorry if you were in the waiting room. I was yapping on about the background of whole body listening and the first two books that we wrote in the poster, which are now out of print, and why we decided to develop these new ones. And I was singing your praise, McAllister, about coaching us and consulting with us. And then we asked you to be the third author. So I did already sort of go over your part of introducing the new book. But we're glad that you're here.
I got stuck in a parking garage and nobody could help us. And so we just were there for a while.
So, just regulating. I haven't mentioned the beginning and the end part of the bonus or the activities, if you want to mention that, and then Chris can read the book.
I'm sorry, I just walked in my door and I'm not entirely sure what you want me to share.
That's okay. In the book, the new book, in the beginning, there's a little bit of information for educators and therapists for discussion. And then in the back, there are some activities that support teaching whole body listening with the focus of regulation. So Chris, you want to take it from here and read?
Sure. Real fast, we want to mention at the end, if everyone sticks around, we have some giveaways. A book, correct?
Yeah, we're going to mail a book to somebody.
And some lesson bundles that Elizabeth created with a bunch of lesson plans and activities.
And then everybody is going to get the lesson, the flip book lesson to teach whole body listening. So we'll put that link in the chat and everybody can have access to that.
All right, we're getting the pictures up here.
Oh, am I getting them up? I'm sorry.
No, I thought other Kristen. Is other Kristen putting them up?
Oh, I shared them, but you couldn't see them?
No, can you, I can see if I can get.
Yeah, no problem.
I think it's easiest to have
the first page, the first colored page of the book is where we'll start.
And I want to have a shout out to Julie Carter, who's here, who was a big influencer of ours in our focus group. So, and we consulted with her as well. So, yay, I just saw your name. I'm happy you're here. There we go.
Awesome.
This isn't the book. I apologize. This is the lesson. That's all I have. I don't have the book.
Nope, yes, you're in the book. That is the book. You're good.
That's now I'm in the book.
We got it. Good. Thank you. All right, here we go. The school bell rings loud and bright. Friends shuffle in the room. It's time to listen, learn, and grow. It's time for brains to bloom. When you listen, you tune into your body's every sensation. You get ready to learn by focusing on regulation. If learning is a flower, regulation is the seed. To regulate yourself means to meet your body's needs. Listen with our bodies. That seems so silly to say. We use our ears to listen. Is there any other way? It's true that when we listen, we often use each ear, but listening is more than receiving what we hear. When we truly listen, we both hear and understand. Our whole body helps us, eyes, mouth, feet, even hands. Our brains have to be ready To think and take in information, our hearts have to be open to see another's situation. Are you ready to listen? Hooray, I cannot wait. Let us use our whole bodies to listen and regulate. When you're trying to listen, your brain plays a very big part. You think about what you hear so the message doesn't fall apart. If your brain is wandering, not focused on what you hear, take a deep breath or count to 10. This will help your brain stay clear. Your ears have the mighty job of collecting each and every sound. They gather all the noises so you hear what is around. What helps your ears to listen? Silence, music, or some noise? Your ears can help you to find the balance your brain enjoys. Your eyes can help you listen by hunting for the clues that show you what you're learning, where to go, or what to do. By the way, just wait, go back. This is my favorite drawing in all of the book. The little eyeballs that are detectives. When our artist did this, we all about fell off our chair because of the cuteness. So I just wanted to add that in. Looking at the teacher can't always make you understand. Your eyes can look in other places and still learn what was planned. When it's time to listen up, your mouth also plays a role. Depending on your own needs, silence may not be the goal. Some mouths are still and quiet. Others echo, hum, or chew. If everyone is learning, please do what works for you. You can use your hands to listen by resting them in your lap, or they might help you listen when they fidget or they flap. Sometimes for you to listen, your hands can't stay folded tight. Your fingers flap and flutter free in a way that feels right. Your feet are helpful listening tools, whether planted firm or in motion. You use your feet to stay engaged, but try not to cause a commotion. So if your feet need to move, let them tap, wiggle, and stretch and pace, or maybe keep them grounded, staying rooted in your space. When you listen with your body, you move it to help you hear. You focus on your energy so you can think loud and clear. So when it's time to listen, look to find the right spot where your body can get what it needs by moving a little or a lot. When your whole body listens, you can't forget your heart. Your connection with others is where listening can start. Your heart helps you remember that each person is unique. We all have the right to listen in the way our bodies seek. So many ways to listen with body, heart, and mind, and every single part of you is helping all the time. When you struggle to listen, to hear, and understand, check in with your body. It knows your needs firsthand. Your body helps you regulate to listen, learn, and grow. And when you listen with your whole body, knowledge is what you'll sow. People listen differently. It's surprising, but it's true. With whole body listening, find out what works for you. Yay, the end. And then we have a little comic strip at the end and wraps it all up. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Yay, glad to hear that some of y'all like it. And I'm glad that somebody else really liked the Sherlock Holmes eyeballs. Those are
The cutest. Okay, so can I share my screen? Is that? I think I can.
will.
Yes. Yes. Let's see. So what I would like to do, since we're all here, what we would really appreciate, something that would be very helpful for us, is if you enjoy the book. If you don't enjoy the book, if we want just honest reviews on Amazon. And if you could take a moment, it would really mean a lot to us if you could go on Amazon and leave some comments or share a review. So let me.
Also on
There it is.
Goodreads is another place, and you don't have had to purchase the book. You can be an unverified reviewer. So purchasing is good too, but if already have it
Yes,
or don't
yes,
need
yes.
it, then even just reviewing from the read aloud that we did right now, or if you don't have time right now, then you can do it another time. We can put this, Kristen Ferris, will you put the link to the book directly on Amazon in the chat?
Yes. So
I think-
all you have to do is you just go down, I'll scroll, find the reviews, and right in the bottom left corner, we already have one. Look at you guys, one review. So, and just click on write a customer review. And you just fill it in. Pretty self-explanatory, but it would mean a lot to us. And just coming and listening to us tonight is really awesome and extra special. But if you have a moment to take that extra step, we'd really appreciate it.
And it's just reiterating the piece of the reviews and helping to share in different ways, like on social or email or to, in newsletters for schools and organizations. This is the part that's going to just take some time. And we just really appreciate all the momentum of people that have supported already on social media for the pre-order and for the poster that was put out. Because what our mission is to help people understand the need to change their mindsets on this, and to focus on regulation. And it might be a hard ask for some people. And so we do have blogs on our website, and there's other people. We've learned so much from the community. Podcasts, if you have podcasts that you've learned from, I can put some in the chat as well. And different, McAllister's been doing this for a long time with her neurodivergent teacher website and social media handle. Kristen and I have just learned so much through this process, and we're super grateful about everybody who's sharing this information and continuing to share this information. And we realize that the first books of Whole Body Listening, Larry at Home and School, and poster really did, focus on that standard. And so now our big job is to get the posters down and replace them with the new one focusing on regulation, and also the old books that are they're out of print, but I see them being sold on eBay for a lot of money. And we need
They're on the black market now. That's
yes.
You can only find old Larry on the black market.
Yes. So we're just, working really hard on educating other adults so that they can use this information in a different way that can be really helpful with actually processing and learning. McAllister, do you have anything else to say on that? I mentioned it a little bit on the history of whole body listening, but you've just shared so much. And while people are doing their reviews, we can answer questions. There's a lot of comments in the chat, but we're happy to unmute you and unmute as well, answer questions. We're here.
There's some really, really wonderful comments, some talks about some kids that were listening that were doing lots of fidgeting, tapping, and wiggling while listening, and that's really wonderful to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, so that I'm super excited that we are able to share this with you all and to let this be another tool that we can provide to teachers and to other educators that come in all forms, not just teachers, to share with kids, because I think a lot of neurodivergent students don't always feel represented in a lot of the books that they see on the shelves. And so I think having a book that they can see themselves in, and I think it's a powerful educational tool for kids, and also to help like pull educators, pull adults into that mindset as well. So I'm really, really glad y'all are here. Really excited to be able to share this and to get y'all's feedback. Really appreciate it. But yeah, if anybody has any questions or want to come off mute and say hello or any of that stuff, that'd be great.
I'll just say that reading the book with my son who just started kindergarten and is in a class where to bring the kids to the rug, this is like such a weird place to be, as I'm a educational psychologist, and I've been, kind of on the just really jumped on the neurodivergent affirming train because it makes sense. In my kids' class, the teacher brings everybody to the rug with a song that says, "My eyes are on my teacher, my ears are open wide, like my mouth is closed, my hands are something, my feet are stuck like glue." And we read the book, and he was very confused in a really amazing way, and it brought to light, and it brought out so much compassion from him for other kids in his class who, like, he was asking questions like, why is Johnny so bad? And we read the book, and he said, I wonder if Johnny needs to move to listen, because some people need to listen. And like, he likes to, I call it river splaining. Like, he likes to explain what he says. It's like, I know what it is.
His name is River. That's why she calls
to
it
listen. Because listening doesn't just happen with your ear. It was just this whole thing. And it was this like kind of cognitive dissonance that was one of the more kind of proud mommy moments of my life. So I thought I would share that anecdote.
Yeah.
I haven't shared it with his teacher. That's a whole different frontier. But it was a really cool moment with my kid.
Yeah. Well, and I think so often a lot of kids do like have that, like they're not following the rules, therefore they're bad. And that's kind of part of why we want to shift away from like, this is the rule of how to listen, because it's not, we don't want it to be this, like, this is how you should listen. But then if you can't, there are these other ways. Our goal for this book was like, everybody listens in their own way. There's not a right way and the other ways that are acceptable if you're the kid that doesn't fit in the box, right? Like, nobody needs to fit in a box. We can just kind of all be who we are and listen the way that we need and be the only people in charge of our own bodies. So thank you for that. I appreciate you sharing that story.
Liz has heard the whole process and been a cheerleader for me in this humbling process. So thank you for that, Liz, all of it. Janine, you want to come off mute and share?
Okay, so first I want to say yay with my pom-poms. You can sort of see. I love the book, and I'm going to try to hold back tears because I really resonate with the content, and I am one of those neurodivergent voices that reached out to Elizabeth, and I was just so happy because I followed the whole body listening, Larry. And that was given to me to work with my son from his psychologist. And my son is, autistic, ADHD plus, and I sarcastically refer to it as alphabet soup. And there's always, more labels coming to the table. Yet at the same time, I knew that just getting him to feel comfortable, which is all about regulation, was the key to helping him learn. And I have a boy who needs to move to learn. And when his team at school, you know, was following the old paradigm of like crisscross applesauce, quiet hands in your lap, you know, zip the lip, and he just felt like he was an outsider, you know, from like preschool until probably grade 5. And now I have showed him the new and improved Larry, and he said, you know, Mom, it makes me feel good that I'm allowed to move in my class. Like even right now, I am a neurodivergent woman who parents a neurodivergent child, and I'm sitting on a stability cushion because I'm so excited for this book, and I will be singing and reviewing the praises. And I just want to thank you for writing a book that I should have had when I was a little girl. I've got the ADHD without the H, unless you count, you know, the 3-ring circus going on in my head. But just thank you from the bottom of my little inner child heart to like my big mama heart. This just means everything. Thank you.
Thank you
Namaste.
so much.
You've been such an amazing cheerleader, and I was needed because I'm a sensitive soul. And so this took, you know, a lot to put ourselves out there in that way. And so all of the encouragement is just, I'm so, so grateful.
I just want to quickly say, as a fellow SLP, kudos to all of you for taking such an important and sensitive topic and really being so authentic in how you solved the problem. And I think that the world needs to know about how you came together and you were mindful and you were, you know, honest and wanted to learn. And I think all of us who are connected to Whole Body Listening, Larry, we've been through it sort of with you or on the journey. And now to see this, it's just, it's really, it's touching, it's meaningful. And I just want to say thank you to all of you for your part in making the world a better place for everybody.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank
She's
you.
also been a huge cheerleader. I'm so grateful.
Absolutely.
Anybody else want to share or comment or ask questions? So the main ways that we would, I mean, people can think of a lot of different ways, but we have a lot of different social media handles. I've been doing a lot on listening recently. McAllister, the neurodivergent teacher, is doing a lot. And then Everyday Regulation is only about this. So if you want to share with any teachers that you know, or therapists or educators or parents, we just want to continue with this ripple effect. And it doesn't have to be our resources. Julie Carter is here, who has, she made a poster a while ago that is focused on regulation around whole body listening. That was an inspiration. So you can share her information, the blogs that we've written or other people have written. We want to continue with the awareness and making this a ripple effect so that it's understood of why we did this and really changing that mindset. So with that, if there's no other questions or comments or shares, which we're welcome.
Someone has their hand raised. Debbie has her hand raised.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you for noticing.
It got lost in the sunset.
That's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. You just have no idea. This made my day. I support a lot of kiddos. I go to many different schools, different age groups. I feel like I can really take this book on the road with me. At the beginning of every school year, my colleagues and I always ask each other, do you have Larry in the trunk? That's kind of our little joke to know that we're prepared for the school year. but now my mindset has shifted a little. And I'm so excited for this book because I did run into a few challenges over the years with Larry in helping teachers understand really what the message is. This is about self-regulation. It's not a discipline tool. I run into that a lot, but I do my best. But I was wondering, the poster you keep referencing and other things, can you put the link in the chat?
Yes, for sure.
That would be great.
Thanks, Dad. My dad's here. This is the new poster, and you can download this for free. Thanks, McAllister. That's everydayregulation.com is where we've written a few blogs, and there's an Instagram and Facebook for that. And if you have things that you need that you want more of, or if anybody who wants to guest blog, let me know. So this is the free one. It's a PDF download. You can take it and print a full copy. You can laminate this where it has spaces. It says here, how does your body help you listen? And then at the bottom, all brains and bodies listen and learn differently. It's important to know what works for you. And so it's basically just, going through each body part and figuring out what works for each learner. And that's why we made the bundle to there's some lesson plans on there to help with understanding and going deeper for what works for each learner. And then the book is also going to be really helpful. We also, I forgot to mention too, on the Everyday Regulation site, I do have a page on my site too. If you go to elizabethsautter.com, we had a autistic illustrator. I really wanted to hire an autistic illustrator to develop another book that shows all different kinds of listening strategies.
Poster, not a book, it's a poster.
Sorry, thank you. Yep, it's a poster.
Not ready to take on another book quite yet.
Yeah. Actually, does McAllister or does anybody have that to show? Okay. Here, I'll go to, I'm going to share my
Like
screen.
Debbie, mine is in the trunk of my car right now, my other posters. So.
I think that, yeah, we took them down. And I think if we can start, showing different, actually, just you can go to the link. I don't want to take the time to do that because I don't want to, it's dinner time for a lot of people. So there's just another poster that shows a whole bunch of strategies that you can use with the free poster so that you can help kids really have a visual of what different types of listening would look like with earphones and with standing at a standing desk or movement, different things like that, so that they have that visual right there in the classroom or at home or at a clinic. So those are the things we've done already. And if anybody has any other requests, just let us know. Our biggest goal was, though, to get the poster and the book replaced and made different. So and I just want to
really
say
fast,
too,
I have the poster to share just to see really fast.
Okay, I wanted to say that we wore, so this is the poster that was, that can show the different ways your body can listen. We were thinking originally Larry needed to go somewhere, people were done with Larry, but the focus group said actually it'll perk interest and oh, I know Larry has something new, and then they're going to be curious about what else he has to say. So that was done on purpose to continue and hopefully get people to take down the old and use the new. Otherwise, if it was just a new poster on listening, they might say, oh, we already have our Larry poster. But there's other posters out there. Like I mentioned, Julie Carter has a poster, and there's blanking on the name, McAllister. Oh my goodness, it's from the CERTS model. I totally know. What was that?
Bumper.
Yes. There's another poster that also focuses on how your body learns best. So it doesn't have to be ours. Our mission is to change the standard of focusing on listening with that's conformative and compliant. based. So thank you so much for being here. We do have some freebies. So we wanted everybody to get the lesson. It's a flip book lesson that supports the poster and the book. So did you put that in the, yes, thank you. It's already there. So there's the free bonus download. And then let's do some giveaways. We have a bundle giveaway of all of the lessons and both posters in a bundle. And then we're going to also do a book giveaway. So Kristen is my amazing support. And another Kristen Ferris, is helping me with all things related to.
Chris is also a wonderful support.
Yes, she is.
But
And
not,
she has
not
put all of your
technically,
names.
more emotionally. Yeah, not technically.
She's put all of your names in this spinner. So one of you is going to get the bundle. Let's do that first, Kristen. Erin! Yay! I'm going to send that to Erin. She's a dear friend of mine who's very involved with the schools, and she has 4 little ones of her own. So she'll be able to use that for sure. Yay. I'm not sure if she's still here. Erin, are you still here? Oh, there's Finn.
Yes,
Yay, you won.
Woohoo!
Yay. Congrats. Okay, and let's do another spin for a book. And I'll get I have your email. I'll send it to you directly, Erin. The book will need a home address or somewhere to ship it. Well, Dad, do you want to give it to somebody else? Or do you want to donate it to somebody? Can you take yourself off mute? Maybe he's not here anymore. I am going to spin again because I can give my dad a copy if he wants. Let's spin it again. He's not here. You have to be here to win anyway. Okay, Erin won again. Erin, can we spin again since I've already given you one?
We did it again. You gave me one, and I have one coming on Amazon. So
okay, let's spin again.
We're equipped over here.
Leah, I've given Leah one though too. Leah, you'll give it to somebody else, right? Leah, to a teacher.
Yes, I can give mine away to a well-intended recipient who will influence many lives.
Yay, 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 yay. Or did we, wait, Kristen, was Leah the winner or did we not spin? I'm going to give you one anyway, Leah.
It's okay. Spin again. I'm going to buy one anyway.
Okay. Melina gets one too. Yay. Okay. So if you can, I know where you live. I'll send it to you, Leah. And Melina, you too. I'll be sending you a book. Yay. Thank you for being here. Let's see.
Thank you everyone so much. This really means a lot to us. It's been a long journey. So it's very exciting to have the day here. So thank you so much.